Well, here we are, the very last lesson of Algebra 1. I can't tell you how much I miss you all. You were a wonderful class. I look forward to seeing you in August, even though we won't be in the same room. But I will gladly, or not gladly, because I'll be sad to pass you on, but I'm proud to send you on because you did so well. And you will be ready for geometry and then Algebra 2 and so forth and so on. But we'll see each other, Lord willing. All of you hopefully are coming back. And we'll keep in touch. But let me teach you the fun part of the last lesson. So solving radical equations, all right? So I've got a few problems up here because I'm going to teach you the basics, okay? So let's say that we have radical x equals 5. So if we want to know what just x is, what would we do to both sides? Square it, right? Yes, that's what we would do. Because we would want to get that radical x out. And so in this case, x would be 25, right? Very good. Here I have radical x plus 1 is 3. So if I want to get the x, I'm going to solve for the x, I need to first get rid of the radical. So I'm going to square both sides. The radicand will come out. All right. And I'm solving for x. So x is equal to 8. And over here, I have a radical, take away 5 is 1. So I want to solve for that. So I want to isolate this. I'm going to add 5. So I would get radical 2x is 6. I don't want radical, so I need to square both sides. I'll get 2x equals 36. I don't want 2x, I want x. I need to divide both sides and get x is 18. Pretty simple, huh? Yeah, good. All right, and then one other type. What if I have radical 2x minus 1 equals radical x plus 5? Ooh, if I have a radical equals a radical, what do you think I need to do? Oh, you're right, square both sides. Then the radicands come out. Very good. So I would have 2x minus 1 equals x plus 5, wouldn't I? Sure. And now, very easy algebra problem. Get your x's together. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides. And I get x minus 1 is 5. I'll add 1 to both sides and get x is equal to 6. Let's plug in and see if it's true. 2 times x, which is 6, 12 minus 1 is 11. So square root of 11 equals 6 plus 5, square root of 11. Check. It works. Now instead of try this, because I'm just doing the basics here, I'm going to put 2 problems up and I want you to solve them, okay? So, okay, so you're solving both problems. Take a moment, write them down, get your solutions, then check with me. So on the first one, I squared both sides. Now this is radical x over 3, so when I squared both sides, I got x over 3 coming out. That's my radicand. Then I squared the 25, or 5, got 25. And then I'm going to cross multiply and get x is 75. All right, over here I had two radicals equal to each other, so I squared both sides. The radicands came out. I subtracted 3x, I added 1, and I divided by 2. All right, so these are the basic types that we're going to be doing, and I am going to do just 2 of the formula problems. I think that this will be pretty basic for you guys, so I do want you to look at example 5, all right? So it says here that volume is equal to 3.5 times radical h. All right, and we're going to try to solve for h. That means we want to get the h all by itself. All right, so I want to isolate the variable, and it's in a radical, so I've got to get rid of this 3.5, right? Yeah. So we're going to divide out by 3.5 on both sides. Okay, so volume over 3.5 is equal to square root of h. Hopefully you all can see that. All right, then I don't want square root of h, I just want h. So how do I get it out of that radical? You're right, I square it. If I square one side, I have to square the other side. So 1h is equal to v squared over 3.5 getting squared, and according to the book, that is 12.25. It's that simple, okay? So let me get you all to try C, E, and F. Try C, E, and F. All right, so for C, I was solving for L. It was underneath the radical here. So R is equal to 2 times radical 5L. So I divided by 2, first of all, okay, to get the radical by itself. All right, and then I squared both sides. So the 5L came out, R squared over 4. Then, just to not be confusing, I cross-multiplied because I didn't want to divide by 4 on both sides and not sure where or 5 and see where the 5 went. So I cross-multiplied. So I got R squared is 20L, and then I divided by 20. So L is R squared over 20. So go back through if you need to look at that again. For E, I'm solving for M. I had C equals the square root of E over M. So I squared both sides to get the radicand out. Then I put this over 1 so I could cross multiply. So E was equal to C squared M. I'm solving for M, so I divided by C squared. And lastly, this is a pre-algebra problem. You did this before. We solved for R, so we divide by pi and we take the square root of both sides. All right, gang, your last homework assignment, you'll find it in RenWeb. I do want to remind you, you'll be turning in your books pretty soon, so please go through and erase any pencil marks that you can. I do not want to spend my summer erasing 55, 57 books, so please take care of that. If everybody does their part, it'll help me a lot. When you come back here and you're turning things in, you get stuff out of your lockers. If you have some ratty pencils, if you have composition books that have paper in it and you're going to throw it anyway, give those to me. I'll be glad to pull out the good paper and recycle for next year. So you know all the stuff that I ask you to do every year. Have a wonderful day. Keep in touch with me for the next quiz and the test. Get practiced well for it so you can finish really well. I love you all. I miss you dearly. And I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless you.